when people who are doing business are getting more money than those who are employed, and when people who are hustling are getting more money than people who went to school or people who are using the qualification they acquired. And you may realize that also people who are doing hustling and business, some of them they went to school but they are not using their qualifications. Someone is an accountant but is selling cars. Some of them sometimes they are not even they don't have companies. They're just doing something else to just get money, but they have got their money, they are rich. Then the question comes now, is going to school still necessary? Is getting a diploma, getting a degree, getting a PhD still necessary for this generation? And we hear much saying when people who have got the money, who earn money through other ways other than employment, they say going to school is no longer necessary for this generation. They say, why do you go to school? Yeah, if you go to school, you don't get a job, you start to do something else, you get money. Now, you see for sure people who went to school, sometimes their life may be down, others they don't get employment, and sometimes if they get employment. But I've got a different view on this issue. My belief and my understanding and my thinking is that it's very important for the young generation, for the current generation to go to school. Even if we believe that if they go to school, sometimes they're not going to be employed or using the same qualification that they went to school for. And also, I want to believe that if you go to school, even if you go into business, it will help you. And I've got this thinking in that if all of us don't go to school and we become hustlers, what type of society are we going to create? Then, if you are a hustler and you got sick, where are you going to be treated? Are you going to another hustler? You need a doctor. And if you are watching this video right now, using Wi-Fi, using internet, who do you think brought that system to you? It's the work of the engineers. And you look around in a country, we need security, we need the police, we need their qualifications, we need the soldiers that need to be trained. So, of course, you are not maybe job that you went to school for, but the knowledge that you are using, somehow, there was a need for training. And I want also to tell those people who are also into business that it may be proper to be trained in your area that you are now doing. If you are in accounting, but you realize that you have got passion, or you get an opportunity to be in the car dealership, it's best to learn, and sometimes to go on internet to learn a lot. If you have got a mentor to mentor you, so that you have got knowledge. Because sometimes an opportunity and money may come, but there is need for knowledge. And you may realize that those people sometimes whom we treat as role models, those people who are not from Africa, when they speak about their background of dropping out from school, so we may be thinking, oh wow, so if I drop out of school and start doing business, it may be better. But look at this one. We may have the very different background. Let me think about this one. Some of those people, they may say, my parents were poor, and when I was 18 years. I had no money. I had no job. So I was sleeping in my car. I couldn't rent an apartment. Then you see, they were, he had no money to rent an apartment, but he had a car to sleep inside. But for your background, my brother, my sister, may be different from that. At 18 years, yes, you want to drop out of school, but what do you have? What does your parents have? What is your starting ground? And also, you may realize that those people who are saying, I'm a dropout, it's not a grade 3 dropout. It's not a Form 1 dropout. Most of them, they are university dropouts. Someone who is a second year student, a third year student, someone who finished his first degree is a dropout of a PhD course. So, whenever we think about this, sometimes we may be rushed to believe that those people get no information. And sometimes, as Africans, we need to know also sometimes that because of this gap between maybe Africa and Europe, some of those information that we now have from school, some of them maybe they got that information when they were not at school. So sometimes we as Africans, we go to school to learn English, just English. So that person you want to compare yourself with is already speaking in English because it's their first language. So now, when you go into business, sometimes this world now is coming to be a global village. You want to trade with people from different worlds, different continents, who have got different what languages. So now you need to maybe understand English. But this person maybe was already speaking English, number one, and also because of the environment, there are a lot of things that he or she was well vexed with. But now, you are coming from a rural background, you don't even maybe understand about the urban life. You want to go out of school. No, my brother. Go to school, complete your course, and go to college if it is possible. If you want to go do business, if you start doing a business maybe before you get a degree or diploma, I encourage you also to go and do maybe some short courses so that you enhance your knowledge of your industry. Because sometimes if you look very well, you may realize that those people whom we want to copy, they've got successful business. They are now hiring highly qualified personnel. If education was of no paramount importance, they could have done all their businesses with dropouts. But now they employ people who went to school, and also we need to realize that now their business, they are maybe multinational companies. But if you look at some of the people that try to do their own businesses in our Africa, maybe they went there and started doing their business, but because they had no enough knowledge, most of those business failed, or they were successful during their days, but when they die, the business also die. Why? Because that knowledge of this, how to run maybe companies, how to give it to the next generation, they say no. Now I didn't went to school, so I don't want to understand a lot of things. So, guys, let's study. Even if you are not at school, go on Google, go on YouTube. Let's learn about business. Thank you so much. If you are new to this channel, subscribe. We are going to share a lot of videos